Is the Sony A6700 doing well in 2024? And for those who purchased the A6700 when it came out, do you guys have any regrets? What's up, folks? My name is Daryl Eakin. I'm a videographer and photographer here on YouTube and a musician as well. I got into photo and video actually as a hobby at first, taking pictures of family and friends, a couple of drinks, food here and there. And eventually it became a career and a thing where I earned money from. So I started pursuing it more and more. And nowadays I do take on clients for products, for portraits, prenups, pre-debuts, and events here and there. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you like to see more videos like this, I do hope you subscribe. Back then when I heard about the A6700 coming out, I was really excited about it because I own the A6400 for around 2.5 years now. And I really love working with that camera. And when I heard about it, of course, all these great YouTubers already done their reviews and what they think about it. And one of the main things that kind of got me off is actually about the overheating. There were multiple people that complained about the overheating recording at 60, 50, and they would record up to 13 minutes, 20 minutes max maybe. So where I stay, it's actually a very, very hot country. So that was the reason why I wasn't too sure about it. So that's why during the time when I was planning to upgrade my camera, I was stuck between the A6700 and the full frame A7C2. And if you guys missed my old video about why I chose this one, do click up here. I got my A6700 actually not brand new, but it was still under warranty. I got it secondhand. I found it online and it was in great condition. It was used for a couple of months, of course, because it's still new and the warranty was still there. The price was lower compared to a new one, so I went for that deal instead. But just so you know, one of the main reasons why I got this camera is because the sensor, having the same sensor as the FX30. But let's start talking about why I think this camera is doing really well in 2024. First, its photo capabilities, which are almost similar to the previous A6000 series like the A6400 and the A6600. And since I own the A6400, I can tell you some differences between these two cameras. First is the sensor. The A6400 comes with the CMOS sensor, and the A6700 comes with a BIS CMOS sensor. That is a back illuminated sensor. The sensor on the A6700 is actually the same as their cinema line camera, the FX30, which means that back illuminated sensor is great for low light performance compared to the A6400. It's not as great as full frame, but of course it's still an upgrade. Next is the megapixels. The A6400 comes in 24 megapixels and the A6700 comes in 26 megapixels, which is still also considered an improvement because the previous A6600 was also still at 24 megapixels. And then of course we have the fully articulated screen, which in the A6400 only had that type of screen for vloggers, but of course it's not a fully articulated screen. And this has been really useful for me because I'm quite tall and I want to do low angle shots. So you can imagine with this A6400, I cannot see what I'm shooting at low angle shots. So with that fully articulated screen in the A6700, you can get that perfect frame and you can make sure everything's in focus. With the A6400, it was usually a guessing game, and I would hope that the autofocus does its job. And speaking of autofocus, one of the biggest improvements that they have made with this A6700 is putting in that AI chip, which is also available in the A7R5 and the A7C2. And of course, their new line of cameras as well. And with this AI chip, you can select a specific subject that you are shooting. It can be a human, animal, or bird, just an animal, just a bird. You have an insect, car, train, and an airplane. So with all these differences in mind, I can confidently say that my photography experience with the A6700 has been really great. Using that AI focus has been really useful. I know it is considered cheating, but of course, if you are on the go shooting and you need to capture a lot of subjects quickly, that you will realize that it's really useful. Now let's talk about the video upgrades. I'm only going to talk about the things that made an impact to me because I'm sure a lot of you have already watched a lot of technical videos of people who reviewed each and every spec of the video capabilities. So first and foremost, stabilization. The A6400 does not have any stabilization, so I really love the fact that I don't always have to bring out my gimbal to take every single shot, because with my A6400 that was the situation. I did try handheld shots using the A6400 even though keeping a still body, a ninja walk, there would be these micro jitters that were always irritating. Unless if I were shooting a podcast and this was on a tripod, those were the only times that these were doing good. And having the flexibility to create good shots without the gimbal was really useful, especially shots when I do videos at the gym and I want a nice handheld shot following the person. Now I don't really need a gimbal, and the effect of a handheld shot, but with good stabilization, also creates a good effect. And of course, along with the camera's AI focus, those two complement each other greatly. Also, another thing to keep in mind, the A6700 records the gyro data, the gyro data, which can then be put into Catalyst Browse, and you can get gimbal-like footage, even just handheld. Next thing that got me is being able to shoot in 50 frames or 60 frames in 4K. Compared to the A6400, I can only do 50 frames or 60 frames in 1080. So having that extra detail in that higher frame rate is really amazing. Which now brings me to the 120 frames per second, which you can also shoot in 4K, although it does come with a crop. But imagine, previous cameras couldn't even do that. Now the third thing is the lens braiding correction or compensation, which has been really useful for me, especially in low light. Also, if you have a moving subject which moves fast, that lens braiding correction is really useful. So far, ever since I got the A6700, my shooting experience with it has been really fun, which is one of the main reasons why I got it, so it can bring back a lot of inspiration out of me to keep shooting more and more. I did try the animal focus on my pets. It works really well. I did a couple of shoots at the gym with me and my buddies. The tracking is wonderful. The low light performance in the gym is also really good. And of course, the main thing is getting that cinematic style out of this camera. And I also do plan to venture into making some short films, so stand by for that. And of course, subscribe if you like to see those videos. So for those who are looking to buy the A6700 now in 2024, I say go for it. If it fits your need as it did mine, no second thoughts. You will not regret it. So that's it, folks, for this video. If you guys reached till the end of this video, I thank you so much for watching. And of course, please do subscribe if you haven't, if you would like to see more videos like this one. I would really love to hear your thoughts, so please leave some comments down below and hit that like button. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.